Lawmakers in France just passed a law indicating that models in the fashion industry have to provide proof, a doctor's note, that proves that they are not too skinny and healthy enough to model. Another part of the law indicates that they have to label any type of image that's been photoshopped in any way. Now, this is legislation that lawmakers in France proposed originally, but they relied heavily on BMI. And a lot of naysayers said that was not the right way to go after, healthy body weight, because it's not the best interpreter of healthy body weight. But this new law seems to make a lot of sense. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm curious as to your opinions on it too, so that's why I'll speak first. I'm got different opinions on the two different parts of the law. The one where it says you have to note that it's touched up, I like that. All it's doing is truth in labeling, so don't think that these are real pictures, because I think a lot of people do. They don't realize that those are impossible figures and that they've been doctored. On the other hand, getting a doctor's certificate in order to do modeling, it's over-regulation. And let the modeling industry, to the best of its ability, regulate itself. And we know it's a problem, but I don't want the government getting involved in that.
Well, the fashion industry isn't going to regulate itself because you know what the fashion industry wants. You went on a tirade against it.
No, I know they're not going to do it, but it doesn't matter. Even if I think what they're doing is unhealthy and ridiculous, which I do, I don't want the government getting in there and be like, give me your doctor's note. You know, what, are you too skinny? Are you not skinny enough? I mean, like, what? It's a waste of government resources.
I feel like touched up is deliberately the wrong term. I think that when people hear touched up, what they think of is not the silhouette of a model being changed. Touched up means a pimple was removed or crow's eyes were removed. If you're doing body manipulation, it should say the physical form of this model has been made artificial.
Yeah.
Touched up is that's like changing the saturation or the contrast or something like that.
That's a great point.
This seems like the sort of bullshit deal they would make to allow it to basically continue the way it is. People are going to see touched up, they're going to think, oh yeah, of course, it's a model. She probably had some blush put on. She's touched up. No, she's not a human anymore. She's some fake creation. Also, the 6 months imprisonment, is that the model or the doctor?
No, not the doctor. No.
Doesn't that seem weird, though? That so...
No,
she's so skinny, we lock her up for 6 months?
Don't lock
I have a compromise.
Up.
Don't lock up the model. Don't have a fashion industry anymore. Just shut it down.
We got a deal.
Just shut the whole thing down. It's ridiculous.
You're hilarious.
And apparently, it doesn't want to change. And I don't know. I feel like they've had a good run. And I feel like we've moved beyond it as a society.
Now, look, as much as we're not big fans of the fashion industry, I'm pretty sure it's going to exist. It's not meant for straight males, so let's just call it what it is. Otherwise, they wouldn't have women that are 50 pounds. That's not what straight males are interested in. So, look, a lot, that's okay. That's okay. Not everything has to be for straight males. Why don't I check my privilege, right? But don't lock people up for being too skinny. Look, it's not us. It's the French. And they do oftentimes regulate more than we do. I like the idea that this image has been altered. So that's just being honest with what the image is, but don't get into weighing people.